He threw an orange at the suspect's face and immediately concluded this man wasn't the killer.
What are you doing?
Tony thought Sherlock was fooling around. Furious, he demanded to know how tossing an orange could possibly prove the man's innocence. But Sherlock explained. Not long ago, a masked intruder broke into a villa, not only robbing the place but brutally murdering the couple inside. The next day at the crime scene, Sherlock recalled a home invasion case from 12 years prior, where a killer specifically targeted wealthy victims, robbing and murdering them. But that killer had been caught 12 years ago and was still imprisoned. In fact, the arresting officer was none other than the police chief now standing before them. The chief suspected this was a copycat killing meant to mislead the investigation, but Sherlock believed there might be another possibility. He insisted they check the shoe cabinet. According to old case files, the original killer always took one of the lady's shoes as a trophy, a detail only police would know. They immediately inspected the shoe cabinet, and sure enough, a blue high heel was missing. Yet the chief remained confident about his original case. He maintained there had only been one killer back then, certain the current murderer was just a copycat. As the two argued, Detective Tony made a breakthrough. Examining the victim's computer, he found they'd both received threats from the same anonymous account. Tracking the IP address led them to a man named Thomas. Though he admitted sending threatening emails over work disputes, he vehemently denied any involvement in the murders. Sherlock noticed something odd. During questioning, Thomas kept nervously glancing at the floor. Claiming he needed the restroom, Sherlock instead slipped into the basement. Behind a cabinet, he heard a woman sobbing. Grabbing a wrench, he smashed the lock open to find a captive woman inside. Tony promptly arrested Thomas, but after interrogation, Sherlock realized Thomas couldn't be the killer. He had an airtight alibi. So the chief went to question Andrew, the imprisoned killer from 12 years ago, asking if he'd had accomplices back then. Andrew claimed he'd been framed. He'd only confessed because his lawyer said the case was hopeless, and pleading guilty might reduce his sentence. He accused the chief of fabricating evidence at the crime scene to advance his career, sending an innocent man to prison. Now, with the real killer striking again, Andrew believed he'd eventually be proven innocent. Hearing this, Sherlock began suspecting the chief was hiding something.